I think my wife is in love with her female best friend. I've been married to my wife for 7 years. We met 8 years ago in a church meeting, and we became friends. My wife is a quiet, kind, and beautiful woman. Any man's dream. Therefore, it was obvious that I fell for her instantly, although she always behaved with what I thought was shyness, not wanting to cuddle with me or only kissing me on rare occasions. We were both raised in Christian families, in a part of our country that is really religious. But unlike me, her parents were always the type who followed the holy doctrine really seriously. So she has a traditional way of thinking about religion and how women should behave. So I always thought that was the cause of her behavior. Sometimes I think she looks like a robot. She's nice and kind with everyone, but a couple of times I saw her staying all quiet, staring into space, as if she were dead. Over the years, I just thought it was a normal part of her personality, because she always refused to go to the psychologist and always said that she's just like that. Until 2 months ago, when she found out that the woman who was her best friend in high school was coming back to town. I never saw her so happy and alive. I felt happy for her, thinking that what she needed was a female friend. My wife never used to leave the house, but since that woman is staying in town, she has been going out as much as possible. She became a different person, but not in a bad way. She looks full of life, and to be honest, I never saw her smile as much as when she tells me that she's going to meet her friend for coffee. For the record, I'm sure she's not sleeping with her because she doesn't know how to lie, and her behavior with me never changed. I'm not going to deny it. Days ago, I started to feel jealous of that woman, that she is the reason why my wife smiles so much and is on her phone all day. Out of pure curiosity, 3 days ago, I went on my wife's friend's Facebook page, and some albums were public. She had a lot of them, and I found pictures of her and my wife during high school. That woman was hugging my wife as if they were a couple. In some of the photos, they were holding hands or looking at each other with bright smiles, which is something she never does with me. Her family hates gay people, although my wife never talked ill about them, but just avoided talking about the topic, which now makes sense to me. I don't know whether to confront her, because maybe I'm just thinking too much, or maybe she's in love with her ex-girlfriend. The only thing I'm sure of is that she only looks happy talking about that woman. So I don't know what to do. OP made an update. I decided to confront my wife and ask about the photos with her friend during high school. Everyone in the post said that they are most likely just friends, and made my mind feel more at peace, thinking that I was overthinking. But when I showed her the photos, she began to breathe fast in what I think was a panic attack. I helped her to calm down, but when she got upset because I sneaked into her friend's Facebook, I knew she was trying to change the subject, because she loves to do that. So I got serious and told her, we have to talk. After a few long minutes, full of her trying to change the topic, she ended up telling me everything. Indeed, she and her friend knew each other since kindergarten and had been a couple during high school. They kept the relationship as a secret, pretending to be only best friends, until my wife's parents found out and beat her up and separated them. Her friend moved to the capital that year, and they never saw each other again. Nevertheless, my wife said they never stopped loving each other. At some point during the conversation, my wife stopped calling her friend by name, and without realizing it, she started calling her my love, which hurt me, because in all the years we were married, she never called me that. I asked her if she was cheating on me with her friend. She said they never kissed or anything like that, but I'm sure she's cheating on me emotionally. She doesn't understand that concept, so she really believes she's not doing anything wrong. The reason why her friend never wanted to meet me or even go to our wedding is because she hates to see her love married with a man she doesn't even like and living a lie. Ouch! I asked my wife if she loves me, and she said yes, but like a best friend. Yes, my own wife just friend-zoned me. She cried a lot, saying that she's really sorry for lying to me. When we met, we really clicked as friends, and she told me that her parents insisted she marry me so she could heal. That explained why she never liked to hug, cuddle, or do anything romantic with me. It wasn't because she was shy, but because she didn't like me. I wanted to lose my temper and yell at her. I wanted to cry and even run away because I was patient and empathetic with all the times she rejected my affection, and I felt alone. I've even been thinking for years that maybe I'm a bad husband, and I was treating her badly without realizing it, feeling insecure about my own personality. But she assured me that I was never the problem. I didn't cry or yell. I just left the house and went to my sister's. We didn't talk about divorce or anything like that. I even think my wife doesn't see any problem with what she did with her friend. But I'm sure that I don't want to spend all my life in a loveless marriage with a woman who will never love me back. I'm sorry for the long post. I'm just venting at this point. But I feel like I wasted all my youth. I didn't expect to update so fast, but I needed to talk about that. It's not like I don't feel bad for her. I do. But now I feel even worse for myself. And we have a second update as well. I came back to my house the day after my last update, and my wife was lying on the couch. The first thing I said when I entered was, "We're going to get a divorce." Maybe that wasn't the best way of saying it, but she has a habit of changing the topic when I want to talk about serious things, so I didn't want to give her the chance this time. She clearly didn't expect that and started to cry and have an anxiety attack, saying that we can't divorce, that I can't do that to us. But what hit me harder was, she said, "There's no point in us breaking up. The fact that I don't love you doesn't change anything," which is true. I realized that our relationship was always like that, her treating me just like a friend and me accepting that kind of trait. She said she never cheated or anything like that. I tried to explain again about emotional cheating. I told her that she's not even attracted to men, so there's no sense in staying married because we're just not made for each other. I asked her again if she still loved her best friend. She didn't deny it, but kept insisting that we shouldn't divorce. I can understand why she was so desperate, but it made me feel used, like if I was her pathetic beard, who she can always use as a shield, or a dog who will always be happy with the smallest token of affection. I don't need her signature anyway to get a divorce, so even if she doesn't want to, we're 100% going to break up. I told her I'm not going to out her, but if anyone asks, I'll just say the truth, avoiding the sexuality topic, because I don't want people gossiping and assuming things that didn't happen. All our possessions, including the house, are mine, and maybe I'm a jerk for this, but I told her that I will not give her anything because it's all mine, and I inherited the land from my grandfather. At this point, she just looked sad and defeated, so she didn't complain or anything. Although I'll get advice from a lawyer to be sure, I told her that she can stay until December in the house, and she answered that she will probably have to go back and live with her parents, which actually made me feel bad because her ex-in-laws are not good people. But for what she said, she's still talking with her best friend, so luckily she's not alone. The conversation finished awkward, with me just leaving. For now, I'm staying at my sister's house. I can have time for myself since she and my other sisters are out of the province for a concert. I didn't talk with my ex-wife after that day, and she didn't try to contact me. But I know that she told my ex-in-laws about the divorce because they wanted to contact me to ask why we're divorcing. But I just answered that these are things that need to be resolved only between her and me. So this will probably be my last update because I'll go no contact with my ex-wife after the divorce. We don't have children. Sometimes she starts talking about having a baby, and now I feel really relieved when I always told her some excuse that I didn't feel ready. Maybe something in me was already telling me that she wasn't for me. Anyway, we don't have anything that ties us together. I've been going to a psychologist since I was a child, so I think that has helped me a lot to channel my emotions. Many in the comments said that I shouldn't have empathy or things like that for her because we're both broken people that suffer from a religious trauma. And I know how that can mess with people's minds and hearts. Some people in the comments were confused about why I stayed with her when she clearly didn't love me romantically. But I don't know, maybe I always justified her actions because somehow I felt I identified with her. Maybe I have a hero complex. Or maybe my sense of duty is too strong that I felt internally tied up with her and responsible for making her happy as her husband, even if she always rejected my romantic love. I don't know. That's something I'll talk about and try to work out with my psychologist. Also, I receive questions like why I married her in the first place, and she was the one who said we should marry. I was immature and young at the time, and because we got along so well, I thought it was a good idea. For now, I just want to divorce and then spend time with my family. In general, I feel numb and weird. I haven't cried yet, and in yesterday's session, the psychologist told me that he thinks I already grieved about the relationship a long time ago, even if I didn't realize it. I don't feel like I lost a wife, but like I lost a close and good friend and company. Not a heartbreak pain, but a betrayal pain. Anyways, I don't want anything to do with her anymore. Maybe I'm being a bad person for abandoning her, knowing the type of life she had. But I can't save a person who doesn't want to be saved, and I'm tired of trying. For now, I'll just say goodbye, maybe not to a woman I saw as the love of my life, but to a woman who helped me and was a good friend for many years. I'm really thankful about the kind comments people left, even if some mean ones, which make me think that maybe I'm too quiet with how I reacted, that something's wrong. I was never the temperamental type. I'm sorry if the update is a boring one and not about me starting my villain era. But, that's not my style. Sad situation all around. Seems like the wife was pressured to marry a man and hide her sexuality due to their religious upbringing. Always seeming to behave, as he said, like a robot because she didn't even love him. At the same time, the husband was innocent, blaming himself the whole time, thinking he did something wrong. Awful situation, man. I feel bad for both of them. But the husband definitely didn't deserve to go through any of this. Let me know what you would do if you're in this situation down below in the comments. If you subscribe, remember to click the bell icon for notifications. To enjoy all the stories, use the playlist at the top of the description of this video. See you in the next video.